Here, and this is the basement studio that you're looking at right now. Behind me you can see my card wall of fame, which I haven't changed in quite some time. I've got cards ready to replace that, so keep your eyes open the next few weeks as I change these out for new ones. I love that. I love being able to change my backdrop. Even though it's a little busy, it is also a lot of fun. So I'm independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am here this afternoon to share an alternate project idea for a Halloween kit, because if you didn't know it, it's Halloween week here with Stampin' Nut, and I have been sharing just a post or two about Halloween all week long, starting on Monday, and this is a Halloween kit that we're going to repurpose. Unfortunately, it is not part of our kits collection quite yet because it is out of stock, but our kits collection sale, I should say, which ends tonight. So get your kits while you can and watch for this one to come back. Snag it because it is super cool. And I'm going to show you something else you can do with it. Thanks to a fun fold card from my friend Susan Campfield. She comes up with lots of great fun fold card ideas that she shares. And this was just a fun fold that I saw recently that when I saw this kit, I was like, I got to try that fold with this kit, and I can't wait. Hi, Joan. How's it going? I hope it's going well for you. We are here on a chilly afternoon, chilly in terms of, well, chilly is relative, isn't it? Because over the weekend we were hitting 90 degrees here in southern Minnesota, which is really odd for this time of year. But now our highs are in the 60s, which actually I much prefer. And I'm ready for fall, and I hope we just don't get winter all of a sudden, because that would really suck. But whatever happens, I love to stamp, and I guess winter gives me a good opportunity to do so because it's less time outside, right? That's kind of my theory on things. Just a couple things coming up. I've got a buy and try class whose deadline to register I think is posted for today, but I'm extending it until Friday just because I'm not going to have the time really to cut for that class until the weekend anyway. So feel free to check out the details at amyrich.net and click classes or buy and try classes, something like that at the top. Okay. And then you can see all there is to see there with the fun buy and try class. Other than that, I have started to post November classes, so you can watch for those. They're all virtual. It's so fantastic. There is also one amazing November class coming up that is in person. So if you live in the area, watch for that. I am teaming up with a friend of mine from town here who sells Pampered Chef. Hi, Maggie. And we are going to have actually a really cool holiday event, and nothing like I've ever done before. So it's going to be, I think, a really good time. And I would love for those of you who live in the area to participate in that fun day. So watch for details about that coming your way, hopefully very soon. She and I have to get together. We said we'd wait until after my son got married. Well, that was a week and a half ago, and now life has continued to get in the way, but we need to get it planned because it's coming up in November, and I want to be able to make sure all of you are invited and excited about that particular event, because it's been probably almost a year since I've had an in-person regular in-person event besides my clubs. And so I think it's going to be a lot of fun. All right. Are you ready to create? Because this is going to be a good one. And I will link Susan's video in the comments when this is all done, because she walks you through and really simplifies things, whereas I'm just going to kind of roll and go with it. So I'm excited. So have you guessed which kit I'm using? It's Halloween week. All right, let's flip. All right, so I am using the amazing Sweet and Spooky kit, and it is some milk carton boxes, 15 of them. I brought this out the other night during our kit together to share it with you. And I did put one of the boxes together. It's substantial in size. It would fit a lot of goodies if you wanted to put goodies in there for some special trick-or-treaters or a classroom or something like that. This kit, like I said, is not currently available. That's the only downside to it, because you can't get your hands on it right now during our Kids Collection sale. But I thought I would share my idea with you anyway, because it's fun. So let me bring out the pieces from the kit that we are going to use, starting with this particular box right here. So you probably noticed that all of the boxes, or there are 3 different boxes. So you can see the different boxes as you look at the project sheet. I put it away already. So it's 3 different boxes. This one here is the one that we're going to use, but we're going to use it in a totally different way. First thing I did was cut it here. And then I cut it here. And then I cut this off. And then I cut this off and all of these off. And what I ended up with is that piece and this piece right here. Unfortunately, I can't, Facebook is not allowing me to see if you are talking to me. There are no, like, I've got my computer up and there are no comments. So actually, let me try one other thing, because that drives me bananas when I cannot see what you're saying to me. I see 4 comments here. I just don't know if they're gonna let me. That's right. Okay, Joan, hi. She said, oh, she said she made all of hers. They fit an airport booze bottle. That is amazing. Hi, Maggie. Great to see you. Oh, I did see those earlier. Where did they go? Oh, gosh. Okay. So here are my pieces that I am going to use from there. And then I've also got a ghost, a bat, another ghost, a shiny one, and a pumpkin. All right. So I'm going to use these pieces to create one of Susan's amazing cards. Here is my card base. 5.5 by 8.5, scored 2 1/8 inch from each edge and folded like so. And then we're going to open it up and we're going to create a little mechanism inside. And this mechanism starts out 3.5 by 1.5, and it is scored every 3/4 of an inch. So 3/4, 1.5, 2 1/4, and 3. And this little short tab on the side needs to be on the right hand side. And I also want to put an X through the 2 sections next to that. So I'm going to grab my trimmer. And I don't want to cut them, but I want to, I love it. Joan, she's like, it's not just for kids. You're absolutely right. So, oops, I almost scored them in the wrong columns there, as Susan calls them. All right, I'm going to put an X through. So I'm just putting an X from the first scored line on the right to the 3rd one. So upper right to lower left. And then I'm going to cross that in the other direction as well. Okay. And then I'm going to mountain fold these 3 sections and valley fold this section through the X. So it looks like this. Perhaps some of you watch, hi Laura, perhaps some of you watch Susan and you have seen her make this card. It is such Such a cool card. So this is my design on her fun fold though. So all right, so we've got that, and then we're going to mountain fold the diagonal lines. Okay, so when you squish this together, this valley fold will tuck in, and you can squish that down, and here's that mechanism I was telling you about. Now, before we do any more, I'm going to put that trimmer aside, and we need some tear and tape. So I'm going to grab tear and tape, and I'm going to add that to this section over here. And I'm going to do a couple pieces to the last section on the left, like this. So it's going to be a moving card, which I adore. Usually I do cards like this at my Something Out of the Ordinary class, and you're getting an extra tutorial here as we create live for What's Up Stampers today. Hello, Mary. Great to have you. And then I'm going to add another piece of tear and tape to the second section. So this is really easy to see because of my black cardstock. But the first thing we're going to do is tear this piece off. And then we're going to fold down our mechanism so that that is actually on the back. I'm going to bring in my gatefold card, line up the left edge of my mechanism with the fold so that I can still bend that over, and then adhere this piece down. And I did shift a little bit, but it doesn't matter. Trust me, it's not going to make a lick of difference. Okay, then we're going to take the tear and tape paper off the left section, fold this over, and adhere it so that you've got this bit of action going on here. Now, here's the trick, and hopefully I didn't lose them. I've got two pieces of window sheet, and those are cut. Oh, I think I lost the other one. I got so crazy with my stuff, I'm going to have to cut one more, which is fine. But I have two pieces that are, I want to say 2 1/4 by 1/4. All right, so I'm going to cut one more since I lost one. Doggone it. So 1/4 by 2 1/4. That wasn't so bad. And then we're going to put our ghosts at the end of these. So grabbing some mini glue dots now, we are going to add, we're going to add a glue dot all the way to the end of my window sheet. Come on, window sheet. There you go. And then I'm just going to add it to my ghosts. So you can see I've got one big and one tiny. That's just fine. Did I lose the other one again? Here. Nope. Oh, here it is. Nope. Oh boy. They're so hard to see. They're invisible. And I just was reckless with everything. I have been losing my actual mind this week. I know it. It is long gone, I'm afraid. All right, so let's try this again. 1/4 inch by 2 1/4. At least I've got the measurements down now. And you can adjust those measurements based on the elements you're using in your card. Oh, there it is. What do you know? It's just my eyeballs. It's just my eyeballs. All right. So adding my mini glue dot and then my ghost. Okay, so now these go onto my mechanism. All right, you ready? So we're going to add one over here like this. So we're going to put another glue dot, and we're going to add that down here. And look at what it does. It flies around. So your angle is kind of up to you. You can decide how you're going to tackle that angle. So if you want it, oh, I'm gonna have to shorten that guy. I was afraid he was gonna be too long, and actually I was right on the money there. Because I wanna make sure he doesn't go over. So I'm gonna have to shorten this. I don't want him to go over the fold. Oh, yep, okay. All right, so now if I push it down like this, and when I open my card, my ghosts are going to be flying around. Too cool, right? Okay, but now I've got this mechanism. Oh yeah, that'll work just fine. All right, I'm going to start with my basic white here, and I'm going to do some stamping. This is pumpkin pie ink. So we're going to stamp Happy Halloween, and I'm going to show you where the stamp set is from. The kit, the box kit for this does not come with any stamps. So I am using Spooky Halloween with my Happy Halloween there. And then I'm going to add some bats also. And it's going to turn out great because I see that I slobbed on the corner of... I slobbed on the corner of my paper. So now when I add my bats, I can just be sure my bats are going to cover the slob. See? Fancy. Fancy. Perfection. It is cool. Susan is a genius, and I'm happy to call her my friend. She and I work together on a couple of events for demonstrators every year, so we spend quite a bit of time together, and I love her. All right, so here we've got our inside, and then we're going to tear the backing off that piece of tear and tape, and then we're going to add this to the inside, just like that. Okay, so now when I open, I've got my ghosts flying around. It is so stinking fun. All right, so the inside is done. And now we're going to work on the outside just a little bit. Let's start by taking two of the Halloween Designer Series papers. These are from the July online exclusives. You can find them in the online store. And it's been so long since I've done any Halloween projects that I can't even remember. Spooky Halloween? Is that what it is? I think so. And I'm just going to add some dark layers. It's got a little bit of that. I think in the paper it might be Timid Tiger, but it's a seamless color combo with the pumpkin pie, I think. Then we're going to take our house pieces and we're going to add them. They're going to hang over just a little bit. So when we add these here, I'm going to leave a little border. Leave a little border, and I see a little adhesive sticking out. I love our Stamp and Seal. It is really strong, but I can rub it off and I can peel it up, which are two things I often need. And now when I add this piece over here, I want to be really careful where I put my adhesive because I don't want it to go here. So what I'm going to do is kind of mark with my finger where it can go so that I don't do any overlapping there. And then I also want to put a little up here because of the top of my house. So now we're going to add this, making sure to cover up. I don't want it to look goofy. So I'm going to cover up the shutter there, like so. Oops, I got my adhesive. I went crazy with adhesive, but like I said, you can just rub it right off. And then we're going to add a couple more elements from the kit. This particular one right here is a tag for the little boxes. And so I'm just going to curl my ends, add some adhesive. I want it at an angle. Oh, and actually, I don't maybe want it quite that high. No, I think that's fine. And then I'm going to flip it over and just trim that off. So cool. And then we're going to add the eek. The eek again is from the kit, and it is designed to go around these little sticks. And so it has this little tab on. And I thought, oh, I'll just cut the tab off. And then as I was playing around with it, I'm like, nope, I'm not going to cut the tab off. Instead, I'm going to put it flush with the top. And then I'll let it do a natural little pop up there, which is, I think, a little bit fun. If you don't want it to pop up quite so far, just add a little adhesive against the tab, and it's not working. I didn't get it up there, but you get the idea. All right, so then we'll add a couple more elements. We're going to add the bat. Oh, come on, bat. And I'm going to pop his wings up a little bit. So this is all from the kit except for the base, the inside pieces, and the mechanism, and then these two pieces of DSP. So totally awesome. I'm going to put that there. I don't know. I feel like I want him over here though. Yeah, he's cute. And then I have a pumpkin yet. And my pumpkin, I was going to layer over here, I think. And that I'll pop with a Stampin' Dimensional. So lots of fun ways to use the kit pieces. You don't have to use them as they are. Oh, add a dimensional here. Good idea, Maggie. You don't have to use the pieces as they are, but you can come up with alternate ideas and have a little fun. Oh gosh, so stinking cute. Now the last little touch, these are from the kit as well, these little stars. So we'll just add a few of those. And thanks, ladies. Oh my gosh, it's always good to read your comments, especially when you like something. I'm gonna put, oh, I wanted it to pop up a little bit, but that's okay. So we'll add a couple of stars in the sky. And call it good. Very fun. Very, very fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. I love making unique little fun folds like this. I don't like where that one is. I'm gonna have to mess around with that a little bit. There, maybe that's a little bit better. Okay, yes, I like that better. Very fun. Put the tab to the tab and the bat. Oh, I see. Then you can tuck this under. You can tuck that under. Yeah. So fun to mess around with our kits. So go grab some kits if you haven't. They're on sale through today. 10 to 30% off. And then you can just mess around and try some things. So if you missed the beginning, our project started out with this box piece. And I just think it's so much fun to goof around and play with it. So thanks to Susan and her design, flipping the camera back. I am loving this kit sale. And I think it's a couple years in a row that Stampin' Up! Has had it. So don't forget the ultimate kit, because it is the one that is going to give you lasting happiness and joy. And that is the starter kit. So right now the starter kit promotion goes through October, and it is amazing. Who wouldn't want to purchase $125 in product for only $35? Seriously. Or $189 in product for only $99. It is so awesome. Best deal ever. If you want to chit chat about it, let me know. We can have a conversation. You can ask all your questions, and you can become a part of a beautiful Stampin' Up! Crafting family that's just a little bit different from what we do here. And you would love it. I know you would. So let me know if you have any interest or if you have any questions. Thanks for joining me this afternoon. I will see you again Saturday for Stamp Together. Looking forward to it already. Bye.